Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Trailblazers Unplugged. I'm Emma, your host, and today we've got a really exciting story to unpack. One that's all about grit, controversy, and wild innovation. Yep, you guessed it, we're talking about Elon Musk. Before we dive in, don't forget, if you're tuning in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, hit that subscribe button and give us a like. It really helps us keep bringing you these deep dives into the lives of the world's most fascinating people. All right, let's roll. So, James, Elon Musk. Pretty much everyone knows the name now, but let's rewind a little. Who was Elon before all the rockets and Teslas?
Yeah, great question, Emma. Elon was born in Pretoria, South Africa in 1971. He wasn't exactly the cool kid growing up, actually quite the opposite. He was this quiet, super introverted boy who loved books, computers, and daydreaming about the future. By age 12, he actually created his own video game called Blastar and sold it for about $500. Not bad for a kid still in middle school. But here's the thing, his childhood wasn't all sunshine. He got bullied a lot, sometimes beaten so badly that he had to be hospitalized.
Wow, that's rough. But it sounds like he had this laser focus, even as a kid, right?
Exactly. He was obsessed with sci-fi books, stuff like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and he kind of saw technology as a way out. Like, okay, if I can't control my environment here, maybe I can help build a better one in the future.
All right, so let's fast forward a bit. How did he go from this bullied kid in South Africa to Silicon Valley?
So Elon knew early on he wanted bigger opportunities. At 17, he moved to Canada, partly to avoid mandatory military service. Back home, he started at Queen's University, then transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the US. He studied both economics and physics, which kind of foreshadows his future. Business brain meets engineering nerd. But here's what's wild. After graduation, instead of taking a safe Wall Street job, he jumped right into startups.
Risk taker from the start.
Totally. He co-founded Zip2, which was basically like an early version of Google Maps meets Yelp for newspapers. But it wasn't glamorous. Elon was literally sleeping on his office couch and showering at the local YMCA. He'd code all night, pitch to clients during the day. And eventually, Zip2 got bought by Unpack for around $300 million. Elon walked away with $22 million from that deal. Not bad for someone still in their 20s.
Okay, pause right there, James, because if you're listening right now and enjoying this story, do us a quick favor. Hit that like button, share this episode with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future deep dives. It's quick for you, but it helps us a ton. All right, back to Elon. So Elon's got his first big win. What comes next?
Next came X.com, which sounds a little sketchy by today's standards, right? But it was actually one of the first online banks. People didn't trust putting money on the internet back then, but Elon believed it was the future. X.com eventually merged with Confinity, and together they created PayPal. That's where Elon really hit it big. When eBay bought PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion, Elon pocketed about $180 million.
Okay, so at this point, most people would just retire, buy an island, and chill. But not Elon.
Nope. He goes, cool, now I've got resources. Time to take on space, cars, and clean energy. I mean, the guy literally took his PayPal fortune and bet it all on SpaceX, Tesla, and Solar City. People thought he was nuts.
Let's talk about those early struggles, because I know things weren't smooth sailing.
Yeah, this is where Elon's story gets really intense. SpaceX almost went bankrupt. Their first 3 rocket launches failed. I mean, imagine millions of dollars going up in smoke, literally. At the same time, Tesla was on the brink of collapse. Production delays, lawsuits, and critics saying electric cars were a joke. Elon was actually borrowing money from friends to pay rent.
That's insane. From millionaire to nearly broke?
Exactly. But in 2008, SpaceX nailed its 4th launch. That win landed them a NASA contract worth $1.6 billion. That single moment saved the company. And around the same time, Tesla secured funding that kept the lights on. It was basically do or die, and somehow Elon pulled through.
Okay, quick breather here. If you're still with us, first of all, thank you. And second, if you're finding Elon's story inspiring, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future episodes. We've got more crazy stories just like this one coming up. All right, so now Elon's companies are off the ground, literally. What are some of the big achievements that really cemented his reputation?
Well, SpaceX became the first privately funded company to send a spacecraft to the International Space Station. That's huge. Tesla, on the other hand, flipped the narrative around electric cars. The Roadster proved EVs could be sexy and fast. Then came the Model S, which won Motor Trend Car of the Year. Today, Tesla is basically the face of the EV revolution. And let's not forget other ventures: Solar City, Neuralink, The Boring Company, and of course, his influence on Twitter after he bought it. Love him or hate him, Elon has his fingerprints all over the tech and energy landscape.
But James, let's be real. Elon isn't exactly your traditional CEO, right?
Oh, for sure. He's polarizing. On one hand, you've got fans who see him as this Iron Man figure, a visionary changing the world. On the other, critics say he's reckless, impulsive, and sometimes downright controversial. He tweets things that tank stock prices, he pushes insane deadlines. But here's the thing. His ability to inspire, to make people believe in crazy ideas like colonizing Mars, that's his real superpower.
Yeah, love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. Quick reminder, if you're vibing with this conversation, pause for a sec, hit subscribe, and share this with a friend who's into tech, space, or just crazy success stories. We'd really appreciate the love. All right, James, let's bring it home. What can people, entrepreneurs, dreamers, or just everyday listeners learn from Elon Musk's story?
Great wrap-up question. First, lesson: resilience. Elon failed multiple times, but he kept swinging until something worked. Second, think long-term. He's not just trying to build a company, he's trying to build the future. And third, embrace risk. Most of us play it safe, but Elon bet everything, literally his fortune, on ideas bigger than himself. Now, does that mean we all have to gamble our life savings? No, but the mindset of taking bold steps, not being afraid of failure, that's something anyone can apply.
Love that. All right, guys, that's a wrap on today's episode. We dug into Elon Musk's wild journey, from bullied kid to billionaire innovator shaping the future of humanity. If you enjoyed this episode, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, leave us a review, and share this with your friends. It really helps us grow and keep bringing you these inspiring stories. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm Emma, that's James, and we'll catch you next time on Trailblazers Unplugged.